Hi, I'm Leslie Christine. I'm an emotional healer and metapsychology coach, and I want to tell you a little bit about what that means. So, metapsychology means that I have trained in the Metaphysical Anatomy Technique with Yvette Rose. And what the heck is metapsychology? It's all about getting beyond the stuff going on in the brain and getting down into the body because when we go through different things in our lives, we experience emotions, and those emotions can be found in the body. They're sort of created in the body, right? So if you think about something that has happened in your life that was really, really challenging, and you go there right now, you can probably feel some sort of sensation in your body, right? It might take you back a little bit to the time you might start to feel those butterflies in your stomach, or you might feel your body sort of tense up a little bit. And that's the kind of stuff that we deal with in metaphysical anatomy technique. I don't do necessarily a pure metaphysical anatomy technique because I've learned a number of techniques over the years, and I've been practicing emotional healing for quite a while. So I actually have the ability to tap in directly to someone and to their subconscious. And I can find emotions and traumas and different things that are ready that need to be released. And I can sometimes find ages associated with them. When I'm working, I also use muscle testing quite a bit. So muscle testing allows me to ask yes and no questions and get answers to those. And I feel like it's very scientific feeling. It doesn't feel as woo-woo as it might sound to some people. It actually feels like it's really structured in a way, and maybe that's that I've structured my sessions quite a bit over the years. Um, but when you have a ton of emotions that are from old situations, they can be running the show a little bit. So you can go into a new situation that reminds you, something about it reminds you of something that happened in the past. And if there is still an emotion tied to that thing that has happened in the past, then this new situation can bring up that old emotion, which means that instead of reacting from the present moment, from being a balanced and centered human being like you want to be, like you are, instead you react from the old place. And if the old place was when you were much, much younger, then you're probably also reacting as a younger version of yourself rather than the more mature and grown up and experienced person that you are now. And when we have a ton of that stuff stuck inside of us, a ton of emotions and traumas and all the things that have happened, then, we're like taking time bombs running around everywhere and reacting to everything in these really dramatic ways. And the beauty when you start to release these old emotions and old energies from the past is that you can react to life as it happens from a much more centered and balanced place. You react as who you are right now. If you've ever had a time where something happened and you started to feel your emotions getting really heightened and kind of going wild, you might have noticed, gosh, I feel like I'm overreacting to this. Now, if somebody told you in the moment you're overreacting, that probably feels terrible. So you don't necessarily want to hear that from somebody else, but you might notice it in yourself occasionally. There's this situation going on, and my reaction to it seems really overblown. And that is often because there's all this old stuff that has just built up and built up and built up. And when you're reacting to this one situation right here, you're not. You're not just reacting to this one situation right here. You're actually reacting to this buildup of many different situations from the past. And so what we want to do is we want to start peeling those things off, letting them go. Let this one go. It's from the past. We can just start to let those go. And as we let those go, there isn't this huge buildup anymore. And when something happens today, you can react to the situation today as you are right now, not with this huge buildup of old energy that's like pushing it forward and like making you explode. So you don't actually have to have these enormous reactions to things that are happening right now. And what's nice is when you stop reacting from the past in these huge ways to the things that are happening now, you have more access to handle them. You're more balanced, but you still have access to your creative mind so that you can problem solve a little bit better. Because if there is some old trauma that is sitting behind that thing and you're reacting from this old trauma, then the problem solving part of your brain has probably like gone, right? You're in full on fight or flight mode. And that doesn't really allow you to solve big problems, right? It it tells you you are either needing to run or you are going to stand there and fight, which I think is what a lot of us do. Or maybe you just freeze and your mind goes blank and you just don't even know what to do. All of those things happen when we are reacting from past events. And we don't want to carry the past forward with us into the future. We can retain the memories without retaining the emotional charge, right? So we want to let those things go so that as we move forward, we can move forward from this beautiful, balanced place and we can handle the situations as they're coming up without this big charge from the past. If you have any questions about that or how it works, or you want to know more, feel free to let me know. Ask me some questions. I'd be happy to answer them. Uh, this is day 2 of my 30 days of YouTube challenge. I'm trying to get into the habit of making YouTube videos because I have been wanting to get back to YouTube for a number of years and I have turned it into quite the mountain. And so now, in order to get over that mountain a little bit easier, I have set myself with a challenge that doesn't allow me time to overanalyze and overthink and overplan, which are all the things I've been doing. So, day 2, I will see you again tomorrow. Bye.